Hey, Sean, how come sorcerers are the only ones that get wild magic? I feel like wild magic should be for everybody.
Well, hopefully we have a solution to that, because today we're going to be looking at Wild Magic for Every Class by Dave Panfilo.
Welcome to the Home Brew Crew. I'm Tony, this is Sean, and we are back together again, reviewing D&D homebrew content.
Yes, it feels like it's been forever, and we guarantee our audience that we are not dead, we are not gone, we are totally here, back to review some more content. As you said it best, we're only probably dead on the inside.
Only on the inside. Only on the inside. But we have been gone a little while, and we're very happy to be back, and we're reviewing some awesome things here today. Mm-hmm. The one that we wanted to bring up, though, is wild magic. Now, I love my wild magic sorcerer stuff because it adds this like randomity and chaos to it, but we should share the chaos.
Yeah, exactly. So, Wild Magic for Every Class is again by Dave Panfilo, and this is essentially going to add wild magic features to every single playable class that's currently in D&D, including a second set of wild magic features for the sorcerer.
Now, I know what you're thinking. How do they get wild magic if they don't use magic? Well, Mr. Panfilo actually figures this out.
Yeah.
And he gives it to you as a feat, and then it happens when you hit a 1 or a 20 on your actual roll, whether you're attacking or whatever.
Yeah, the nice thing about it being a feat is that it can be taken by anybody that already doesn't have like the wild magic in them. So it's easy for any player, depending on your campaign setting, to pick this out and add this as a playable thing. And the nice thing about what you'll see in kind of these charts is that there isn't anything that's too game-breaking. A lot of these can be aesthetic changes, flavor changes, or things that can change the gameplay mechanics without kind of breaking your campaign.
Well, let's get into a few of them here, and we'll try to put some up on the screen. If we don't, no big deal, but here's what we got. So, like for the Barbarian, for example, at 1 and at 99 and 100, every class gets a kind of specific thing for their class, right? So at 1, Barbarian gets...
So until you rest, you may choose to experience a wild magic surge every time you hit an enemy. So that Barbarian's going to be swinging wildly, and each time it hits, something crazy is going to happen on that chart.
You hit this one, bunny ears come out. You hit another one, the thing falls in half.
Yeah.
All these different things that can occur. And then at 99 and 100, they get...
So for the next minute, your damage bonus from raging is doubled, which is pretty crazy as a barbarian. But again, you're going to see this kind of trend carrying over in the 99 and 100 and the 1 to 2 slots. Everything else in between is a crazy mix of good things, bad things, weird things, and it's a lot of fun to kind of see what you end up getting.
Let's see. 81.
81. So 81, an enormous, how ironic, we actually really like this one. An enormous feast of grilled meats appears surrounding you, enough to feed 20 creatures for a whole day.
Sausage fest.
Basically, yeah.
Fun! Yeah, who doesn't like that?
And that's a great example of one that, yes, it's funny and hilarious, but they're useful and practical.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I mean, and each one of these is completely geared towards that class. It's not like, oh, he copied and pasted from here to there. Each one is completely different with it. Some of the other ones I really like on here is like the Bard, for example. Yeah. You know how the Bard steals from different classes? Like, oh, I'm a magic adept. I also know druid spells.
Yes, exactly. A bit of the jack of all trades kind of class, you know?
Well, they're 1. When they roll a 1 on this chart, they get to roll again on a different class's magic, or the wild magic.
Yeah, exactly, which is really cool. And then in 99 to 100, they actually regain all uses of Bardic Inspiration. Again, really awesome thing, but you only have a 2% chance of actually getting it, so good luck.
That's true. What do they get if you roll 1 right now?
Let's see. We have a 94.
94.
94 is going to be...
You let out a majestic yodel, and all creatures within 100 feet of you regain 1d6 heat points.
Wow, that is actually... That's a great healing spell, if anything.
I would do it just to see the Bard yodel.
This is true, and make your player yodel as well, or else, don't allow it.
Now, the funny thing is, too, is you can use this as, in a campaign that's in the Feywild. You just have this affect all of your players, and you give them out their own charts. It talks about in here how you can curse people with it. So instead of it being a feat that you give them, maybe they pick up a sword, and now the magic from the sword is just constantly going. Yeah. And then they've got this little thing.
Right, exactly. I think the only thing you have to consider is, whether or not it would actually fit in your campaign. If you feel like it doesn't, don't feel like you have to force it in. But it's just like a nice, neat little thing that kind of adds a little bit of hilarity and, again, randomness to your campaign that can kind of create a lot of great moments.
Absolutely. Now, what would this be if we didn't take up Sean's favorite class,
Yeah,
the
of course.
Paladin, real quick? And go ahead, lay it on me.
Yeah, so on a 0 or a 1 on a 2, you roll a d20. On an odd result, the DM chooses a terrible effect. On an even result, they get to choose a wonderful one. Pretty basic, short use of word.
You know, that's kind of subjective, though, to the DM.
This is
to
true.
me, a wonderful effect would be a Tarrasque appears.
Right, that'd be wonderful for you.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. But you get what I'm saying.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. And then on a 99 to 100, you roll a d20, and on a natural 20, you gain a Paladin level on the spot. So that's a very small percentage. Not only do you have the 1 to 2% initially, you then have to get another 5%, and then you can gain a level. So this is a very small chance, but if it happens, it's pretty cool.
Yes, the gods favor down.
Right, divine intervention happens, and boom, gain 1 level.
Let's roll one more on this chart,
sure,
shall we?
why not? We got is that a 3?
That's a 3.
A 3?
Oh, you
That's
have to
pretty
scroll up
low.
for the 3. 5 apes controlled by the DM and holding holy symbols appear next to you and disappear after 1 minute.
You know what's great? It's good that it's controlled by the DM, because they could just be standing there and doing nothing.
That's true. Just 5 apes with holy symbols.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
we believe in the banana guy. Like, you know, it's... But I love the fact that this thing is super, super silly with some of these, and it adds that extra flair that you're looking for in this. And this is a great supplement. You can add
you know, and some of these, like, you know, example for the 5 apes, it kind of puts both the player and the DM on the spot. Is the player going to react to this? Is the DM actually going to make this thing do something? There's a lot of different, like, results that you can kind of get, kind of going along with that whole wild magic theme.
So, folks, if you want to add a little bit of wild magic to your campaigns for all your players, go ahead and check out Wild Magic for Every Class by Dave Panfilo. You can find it on the DMsGuild. It is a pay what you want. However, I do suggest at least $3, $5, $10, whichever.
Please do.
Give something back. Currently, the DMsGuild is running a thing where until the 17th of May, all funds are actually going to the creators. So this is a great time to do that.
Yeah, please support those authors out there. They are creating some really good content, especially here when we're talking about like 12 different tables of 100 different results. It's pretty awesome, so please be sure to support them.
That's right. And if you'd like to support us, the easiest way is just by subscribing. All you have to do is click right down there, over there. Subscribe, hit the notification bell. You'll see when we upload next. We're going to try and keep doing this, so at least twice a week or what have you, 2 videos a week. Until this whole situation is over. Yeah,
for sure. And for our current subscribers and people that have actually just joined the channel, we do thank you for sticking around with us. And we do kind of apologize for the lack of content, but, you know, with the situation going on and everything, we are going to try our best to get more content out there for you and more reviews for that awesome homebrew content.
And remember, the best campaigns are always the ones that are homebrewed, and sometimes ones that are a little wild. Keep brewing.